The step that separates you from walking into the company's offices wearing a sharp suit is the phone interview. You have to make a good enough impression so that the company would like to see you in person. Phone interviews allow employers to screen potential employees without committing valuable resources in order to organize an on-site interview. It takes a few weeks before you receive a response for one of the applications that you submitted. Now that you have gone through this course, you will probably be advanced to the next stage of selection: phone interviews. Here is an example of an email I received several years ago. I am very pleased to advise you that you have done well, and we would like to invite you to the next stage of the selection process: telephone interview with the HR representative. Now, this is important. They are telling me that I will talk to a person from HR. In an HR interview, I would not expect to be asked any technical questions. It would be mostly made of motivational and competency questions. And this is confirmed by the next sentence. The purpose of the telephone interview is to get a better understanding of your motivation and to learn more about your professional experience and skills. It is very important to fully read the email that you receive. It contains valuable information that can give you great insight regarding the future interview. Sometimes you will receive a phone call that will schedule the interview. If that happens, make sure that you ask what the interview is going to be about, whether you have to prepare for any technical questions, etc. And make no mistake about it, a phone interview is an interview. You need to prepare for it. It's important to spend enough time researching the company and the position you are applying for. However, before we get on to that, I would like to advise you on a few important matters concerning your phone interview. Use a good phone. It is very important to fully understand the other person and that he or she can hear you as well. Make sure that this is the case with the phone you use. If you have any doubts about it, ask a friend for his phone or take the call from your domestic phone. Make sure that you have battery. I once interviewed with a very important investment bank and my battery fell. And although we continued the conversation 15 minutes later, you can imagine the kind of impression that this whole scene produced. Control your environment. It is absolutely critical that you receive the call in a silent room that allows you to concentrate on the interview. Otherwise, you risk being distracted and losing your focus. Stay calm. This is the tough part, especially when you want the job you are interviewing for. Preparation and practice are the best cure. Write down several questions that you are likely to come across during the interview, and practice providing the answers to these questions. Answering familiar questions will be less stressful. Another thing that has worked really well for me is taking a few deep breaths before answering and trying to smile during the interview. There are two reasons for that. First, the phone interview is an experience, and I want to enjoy it, regardless of the fact that it's stressful. And second, I believe that a smiling person sounds better on the other end of the phone, which has a great impact on the overall impression that the interviewer will have. In the next video, we'll cover some additional strategies that will allow you to ace your phone interviews. See you there.